Back at it. Podcast Los Chingones. Today we got Tacos El Gueraso times Boulevard Trends, the power couple. And Tacos El Gueraso, honestly, he brought a parrilla. He's about to bring it over here and he's about to start cooking these tacos, you know, early morning.
We saw his hibachi thing going on, and we're like, we got to get it going, bro. So this is why we brought the table like this, a round table.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the guys to bring out the ranchera right now, start cutting it up and everything.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. So real quick, man, introduce yourselves, guys. I know you're Tacos El Gueraso, and then you're Boulevard Trends, the power couple, like Oscar said. I'm excited to have you guys here and just kind of tell your story and let the people know how you guys came about, how you created your brands, and what kind of got that started. So Tacos El Gueraso, let's start with you, man, or let's get going and then we'll go to that.
So what's up, guys? My name is Ricky. I'm the owner of Tacos El Gueraso. This is my wife.
Hi, guys. I'm Vanessa. I have a boutique, Boulevard Trends.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And it all started with a dream.
Oh, yeah.
Like even the shirt says it itself. It's
What
all
does
a
it say?
dream. It's dreams
Dreams come
That's
true.
part of her clothing line. That's part
There
of
you
her
go.
boutique.
Put your mind to it and it will happen.
So real quick, I know you said it's all started with a dream, and you have your own. That's your brand right there, right? Dreams come
Yes.
true, like that. That's your shirt. So obviously, that's something that sticks to you strongly, and you're a big
Really
believer in
strong.
that. So let's just go dive right into that real quick. How did it start with the dreams? Because that kind of starts the story real quick.
Well, my mom she's a businesswoman, and she's always worked with clothes, and I love clothes. Like, I'm really passionate about clothes, and I said one day, since I was young, I'm like, one day, I don't know how, but I'm going to own a store. And yes, thank God, 3 years already with my business and still growing every day, every second, still growing, still following a dream. And when everyone say you can't, you're not educated, this and that, I'm like, yes, I will.
There you
yes,
go.
I will.
There you go. So what started first? Like, obviously, how did you guys meet? Let's go there. How did you guys meet? And then what started the first business? And then how did that piggyback to the next business? Or was it the same time? Or
It was like semi at the same time. I mean, when we met at one of my cousin's house. We got together, got to know her. She kind of played hard to get for a little
Love
bit,
at first sight, or it took some work?
For me, it was love at first sight. She was like, no, he's not my type. Whatever. She was a chola. Nah, I'm just
she was
kidding.
banging she was banging the other side. You're like, man. You're like, shit.
He was drinking, so I'm like, nope, red flag.
She didn't like the
What was he
drinking part about
drinking?
Modelo?
Modelo?
No, I'm like, no, it was Dos Equis.
Dos Equis, okay.
Yeah, Dos Equis before was like one of my favorite beers. But we met at my cousin's house. I was drinking. I was trying to have her, come and drink with me. She was playing hard to get, like I said. At first I thought she was playing hard to get. I'm like, she don't want to drink with me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, before I was skinny, I had like hair. I was kind of looking at Oscar right here.
Little Modelo.
Yeah, I was like a little modeling, But I'm like, damn. I'm like, back then I'm like, am I that ugly? I was like, what is it? I was smelling my breath, everything. Nah, I'm just kidding. But she didn't want to drink. So at the end of the day, that's one of the things I liked about my girl, that she was very she's the type of person that what she wants. Yeah, she's one of a kind off the bat. But when she wants something and when she says something, that's what it is. So I like that about her. So the rest of the girls that were there, they were all like, yeah, let's drink, whatever. So I'm like, yep, this is the one right here. But when we started the business, it was kind of at the same time because she practically grew up, with the clothes industry. Her mom, like she said, her mom always has been in the clothes industry. Just the fact that she never actually had her own, business till, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
It's been about 3 years ago. So Tacos El Gueraso kind of initiated first, and then a year and a half later, that's when Boulevard Trends, became.
But you were kind of like not official because you still had
So I still had like my regular job and stuff, and
Kind of do it on the side.
Exactly, yeah. So pretty much Tacos El Gueraso, like my wife said, it was like a dream.
Same, yeah.
It was like a dream as well because I always had that in my mind. Even in high school, for senior year, I was in the entrepreneur class, and we were supposed to present a business. So I even had Tacos El Gueraso since my senior year of high school. It just never really became official till, she pushed me to do it. If it was always like, oh, I want to do it. Till one day it became official, and like she said, I had my regular job. I used to serve people. I used to serve subpoenas. So I used to be the bad guy and show up to your business and say you just got sued.
So you go and knock on the door. So somebody knocks on the door, brings a piece of paper. You're like, no, nobody's here. Name that.
I remember the first grill, we saw it, and I saw he fell in love with it, and he wanted to. And I'm like, how much you got on you? And he was like, our rent money. I'm like, let's do it. let's do
Damn.
it. And we just took the
Oh,
grill.
so the little catering thing is expensive, right? Each one is a little pricey.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you always want to like there's always quality to quality, So I mean, you could go to downtown and buy a cheap one, you can get one for like $300, but the one we got,
800.
it was like 800 because it was like stainless steel and it was like better quality. Because I remember
And it's gonna last longer too,
Exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, literally, I barely got rid of it about a year ago, bro. Like my first grill, and I still have it. because I told my wife I want to.
Were
have
you
that.
hurt when you let it go?
Bro, I was.
Little tear?
Wasn't that hurt?
tear.
I was like, hey, you need a new one. You need to let go. Like, you need to upgrade. And he
It's because
was
you get
like, no.
attached.
No,
you get
you do.
attached.
Hey,
Like-
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Like I still have it at home. I have it in the back. I have it covered.
you
And
go.
I told my wife, the moment I open up a restaurant, I'm gonna have that as a wall of fame.
Bro.
And I'm gonna have that there. So I mean, I still have that.
That's what I was getting to, bro. Because like when I started my gym, I have a barbell. The first barbell that I ever bought, it's like rusty brown. And then we made it when we updated our gym. We made like a little cool desk, and then it kind of were like, oh, it's missing something. I was like, I got it, and I found the barbell, and it was the same exact size as the desk. So the guy mounted it at the bottom, so it's almost like a foot stand. And people look at it it's like, oh, that's kind of like that's my first barbell I ever
That's
bought,
tight. That's
and it's
tight.
like all rusty and stuff. Like it's like 10 years old. It's crazy. So that's actually dope. You should do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm still like thinking like, should I keep it like rusty because it is beat up, bro. Like the legs is funny, bro. The legs are like bent in,
Las chuecas.
So yeah, so I'm like, because I have people that well, the guys I buy the grills from now, like they could fix them, they could remodel them and stuff. So I'm like, we're still debating on if we should just leave it how it is or actually fix it.
I think leave it.
Yeah, right. I think that's probably what I would do. I mean, it's all brown and everything, rusty.
Yeah,
It's got rusty.
it's
You
a
can see it in the
classic,
bag.
bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty much the way it kind of Tacos El Gueraso officially started, like I said, I was serving subpoenas. I used to take care of all the LA area. So one time when we officially started, I was driving back from downtown LA from serving, medical offices and whatnot. And I'm driving down Olympic, for those of you guys that know about LA, I'm driving down Olympic by, where all the piñatas and all that is at, right? Olympic and Central. And my wife calls me and she's like, hey, where are you at? And I'm like, oh, I'm already heading back home. And then she's like, oh, I stopped by at this thrift store. There's this thrift store off of Olympic and Soto. And she's like, I seen such and such person. And her uncle just started a lunch truck, a taco cart. And it's like we call them hot dog carts because that's how they call them in downtown LA. That's where they sell bacon and hot dogs and stuff. And then I'm like, oh, no way. I'm like, that's pretty cool. At first I'm like, oh, that's cool. She said, well, they're thinking of renting it in the nighttime. And I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, but I still wasn't like really like pushing it. It was more or less her telling me like, come, they want to talk to you. They said they're willing to rent it to you and stuff like that. So I really wasn't really believing it because we hadn't really started it yet. It was always more like, I want to do it. I want to
Like
do
you
it.
didn't have that confidence still.
Exactly. So when I showed up, I liked it, and they told us the pricing and everything. Like, oh, well, we're gonna rent it for this much. We're gonna do this and this and that. And me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I was still scared. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, am I gonna be able to pay that? But my wife, like I said, one of the things that I like about her is that when she puts her mind to something, she makes it happen. Like it's so crazy.
I don't think about it twice because I feel like
I like that.
your mind takes 5 seconds to be able to act. If you don't win those 5 seconds, then it's gonna be a no because it just tries to protect you from new stuff, from change. So sometimes I'm like, we don't have the money, we don't have the support, we don't have anything, but it's just, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to try. And I just don't care. I'm just like, if that's something we've been wanting, like, let's just go for it. Like, let's just go for it. And I pushed them to it. And then after, I was like, you know what? Let's just buy ourselves like a truck. And I went on OfferUp and I saw one and I'm like, let's take it. Let's get it. He was like, we don't even have the money. And I'm like, we'll ask. Like, I'm not shy. Like, I don't care. Like, I'll go ask. Like, hey, I'll tell family, my mom, people, like, let's see what happens and we'll just get it together. And that's how it started.
That's how Tacos El Gueraso started. But before we actually bought our own trailer, we were kind of having issues in the sense because the guy will use it in the morning, I will use it in the afternoon. So we were kind of like having a little like, like
little
sometimes
conflict.
it was a little conflict, like I wouldn't get it on time or whatever. It was just, little
dirty.
thing. It was
Dirty?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the worst because it leaves
Yeah.
that impression, you know?
Yeah, so
Like, come
so
on,
there was
man.
a lot of little things that we weren't really liking. So long story short, we ended up just telling him, you know what, I don't want it. Like, I don't want to work with you. We tried to ask for our money back. We didn't get our money back till like maybe like a whole 3 months later. But anyways, within that time, I'm like, well, I already started. I'm like, so what should we do next? And that's when we bought our first grill. And then she was like, well, how much money do you have? I'm like, well, I have my rent money. I'm like, because before, you live limited, you
it's like check by check.
So I'm like, well, I have the rent money. And then she was like, well, let's go buy the grill. She was like, we'll just start doing parties. But, so at first, Tacos El Gueraso, my first thing wasn't to actually start doing parties. Like, I wanted to start like everyone else, like lunch truck,
Like maybe a restaurant eventually.
That's what I wanted to get into. But, then that's when I got into the party scene. And then that's when we bought the grill. And then, like I tell people, and this is one of our biggest testimonies, which I'm going to let her talk about it, how we started getting booked like crazy was one time, we were going to church. And, we used to actually, it was like a Bible study because the church that we were going to, there wasn't actually a formed church. It was more or less like a Bible study. Mm-hmm. And we have made business cards and everything. And I'm going to let her take over from here. What happened with those business cards?
So he presented the business cards to our pastor, and he was like, okay, so we're going to pray about the business. And we prayed. As soon as we prayed, I remember lifting up the business cards, and we were just praying about, God to open doors, to take us to a new level and stuff like that. And getting out of prayer is just so crazy. He had a lot of phone calls. A lot of phone calls, and he got booked. Out of all those phone calls, 3 bookings on.
Yeah, it was like out of 10 calls, I think I got like 4 or 5
and
bookings.
From there, he started getting booked every 2 weeks. He had maybe done the last 3 months, maybe 2.
Like 2 or 3 taquizas, within the 3 months.
But the number one thing I feel also about him is one time we were at this huge company that my mom hooked us up with, and this guy sat there, and there are people they have money, and he was like, why should I hire Tacos El Gueraso when I already have a lunch truck feeding our staff? And we stood there sitting down in that office. We were nervous, scared, because you're talking to somebody that we want to get into his company. So he was like, there's billions of taqueros out there. Why would I get you?
What's the difference?
Yeah, why? Why would I let go of my other person to just have you here? And after we were you said something because of my personality. He's like, my personality is Tacos El Gueraso, who I am. And people like him. People like his vibe. People like his attitude. People, when they see him, they're like, yeah. And he's always happy, smiling. He could connect with people. So that's what a lot of people hire him.
That's one of the main reasons why people hit me up. I've had people tell me oh, bro, they're like, I'm only hiring you because of you. They're like, because one time some guy was like, oh, it's not that your food's not bomb. He's like, but even if your food was nasty, he's like, I will still hire you just because of you.
I was like, I want you around.
Yeah, just because of you, I'm still gonna hire you. Whether today your food is bomb, tomorrow your food somehow something's wrong, I'm gonna still hit you up again because of you, And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, so what are you trying to say? My food is nasty? He's like, nah. He's like, your food is bomb, but he's like, just if anything was to ever happen, I'm still gonna hire you because of you, and that's what a lot of people like about. And
it's off that good experience. They tell other people man, this guy's dope. Even me and Ray as trainers and stuff like that. People recommend other people. Man, this guy makes me feel like myself, like another friend.
Yeah.
That's the way you want to see it. It's not I'm going to this party and I'm just serving them. You want to make sure you make those good relationships because that's going to lead to other things.
Build a relationship. We build a relationship with all the customers.
I think that's what it is, man. I do try to build a relationship. Last time when we met with you guys, ever since then, it's kind of
kind of we know each other. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
We're always sliding in your DMs. Yeah. Hey, love fire emoji.
No, that's how I am. I like to build that relationship with the client, and obviously business is business, but still have that friendship with them.
It's not just a high and by.
Exactly. Here and there, there's a lot of clients that I'm still able to message them throughout the day, and it has nothing to do with catering. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? How are you guys doing? Excuse me. If they post something that's going on in their life, I just feel that comfortability of saying, oh, guys, you know what, we're praying for you guys, or you know what, guys, everything's gonna be okay, or if they pass from a level to a different level, I just have that comfortability to message them as a friend saying, congrats, guys, you guys can still keep on doing it. Whether there's other people that probably don't have that comfortability to do that with the whoever the person is.
And that's crazy that you do that, man. I think that's why you're doing so good in business, and you're getting blessed with what you guys do. Is because you're like that, because you go out there out of your way to congratulate people, or to at least make those people, even with the platform that you created, to give those people that hey, man, I see you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, all people want to do is be seen, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's out there trying to do something, whether they're trying or not. Everybody wants to be seen and be like, you're doing an awesome job. Hey, you're a badass. Hey, bro, like keep doing whatever that is, man. Everybody wants to feel, because those people that are working hard to get to something. Sometimes you feel like you're working too hard or so hard, and then there's no progress sometimes, or even if there is, but you don't see it. And then when someone I don't know, like it could be envy, it could be whatever it is from other people that they just don't want to say nothing to you. They just watch your stuff and they're like whatever. But when that all it takes that one person, like you said, all it takes could be you saying, "Hey, bro, I see what you're doing. Hey, man, keep doing that." That might make that person level up.
It lights a spark.
Yeah.
And that happens to us too, man. Like there's been times, bro, where we just want to just give up, man. Quit. We want to collapse, but just it's like we believe in God always puts the right people at the right moment. So it's like that happens all the time when we're ready to let go. Somehow, either someone books me, or because there's been times where I'm like, you know what, that's it. I'm not gonna take no more bookings. I don't want to do this no more, or whatever. I'm like, the bookings that I already have, I'm gonna just keep them and no more. And next thing you know, bro, like 10 minutes later, I get a call or a text by someone, hey, I want to book you.
Money talks, bro. Money talks.
And then I message them the price, and I still go a little bit higher. I'm like, I don't want to take it. Supposedly my anger,
Yeah.
Okay,
there you go.
I'll still get it. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right. So this is my confirmation saying, we'll keep on pushing.
Yeah.
Or we've gotten messages and randomly like, oh guys, you guys are doing a good job. Like I look up to you guys and this and that. So since I know that pushes me, I like to do the same to others.
There you go.
Exactly, man. Like I said, you're just putting that positive energy out. And when you're putting positive energy out, you're going to get positive back. You're not going to get that negative onto you. You stay away from that. But yeah, man. So what got you into like making tacos? Like what made you like, what was your background in that stuff? Or even if there was no background, like how did you like become this a sensation in the LA world, bro? You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much, guys, I mean, me personally, and my personal, experience as in life is, I feel like when you're growing up, you have like, you could say 2 to 3 options, right? One is chasing what your dad does, if you're a guy, or chasing what your mom does, because you grew up doing it, or you either chase your own dream. For example, like when you're growing up, I feel like everyone always wants to either become a cop, a fireman.
The basics.
When they tell you, what do you want to do when you grow up? So, growing up, I grew up in 2 different industries. So my dad, when he came from his country, my dad's Guatemalan, he came from his country. He went strictly into a furniture company where they deliver furniture. They practically, like hotels and stuff, like they'll put the furniture and stuff. So, growing up, I helped them out. And then my mom, she all her family's in what they call it in the food industry, so they're in the food industry. So I had the choice of, sometimes going to work with my dad or sometimes going to work with my mom. So with my dad, it was like heavy, bro. It was like you would have to carry a sofa like by yourself, and I'll be like, dude, and then
fucking back brace,
right? Exactly, bro. Like I'm 27, bro, and I feel like that's what makes me look old, bro. Because I'm like I used to be carrying the muebles,
trying to put it through the door, man. That's the worst.
Like, bro, there was times where we had to go through the windows, bro. So it was crazy, bro. Like, so me personally, having that mentality, like, oh, I'm from the United States, man. I don't need that, Like I'm gonna leave that to like my dad, and no disrespect, but like people that actually, they could actually focus on that, And then on the other side, I had my mom where all her family was in the food industry. And I liked that more because it was actually all my family together. So I was actually not only but hanging out with my cousins at the same time, but at the same time I was working, I was making money. And we would do these big old events like city events and stuff like that. So I feel like, I had the choice. Like me growing up, I wasn't the best, schoolboy and stuff. So, I never had that mentality that I was going to go into college. So I really never had an actual dream to chase. It was more or less like I always just knew I wanted to make money and be a boss, So I never really looked into like going to college and stuff. So when I sat down one time, when I had the entrepreneur class, I'm like, dude, I'm about to graduate high school. And I'm like, what do I really want to do? I'm like, what do I really want from my life? Like, what am I gonna do when I grow up? Like, I'm literally about to graduate in the next couple of months. So it's like it's a feeling that I think only the people that don't know what to do once they get out of high school know how it feels, and it's just like it's nervous. You're like, shit. I'm like, what am I gonna? It's pressure.
And then your parents are over here like, hey, go to college.
Exactly.
If not, you're not gonna be successful.
Exactly.
Like that's the mentality.
And, growing up, they always tell you, oh, I'm not gonna be working at McDonald's. So I'm just like, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, one time I sat down because technically, guys, I wasn't supposed to graduate from high school because I was like, I was doing bad, So, and then I found out that I was going to graduate. So it was like in a position I was like, shit, I'm stuck. What do I do? So when I did in high school, I'm like, you know what do I like to do the most? And I'm an outgoing person. I like to talk. I like to
Meet new people.
meet new people
Yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like, well, I do that in my family's business, my mom's side of the food business. I'm like, so you know what? I think I'm gonna stick to that. I want to try it out. Like, I want to one day be my own boss too. You know,
Yeah.
I got to experience and see with my own eyes what it was to be a boss and what it was to run a company. Excuse me. And so I
Is
think
that
that
soda or water?
Yeah, it's probably the bubbly.
Yeah.
so I
Coming
think
out.
so when I did my when I had to introduce a business in my entrepreneur class, I introduced Tacos El Gueraso, bro. Like, it was funny. Like, I had my name since high school. Like, I literally had it for the entrepreneur class. Even like the other day, my entrepreneur teacher, she follows me on Instagram, and she even commented on my thing. She's like, I wish I still had your high school, your
Sure.
projects. I could show you everyone that you've had it since then and
You-
everything.
you
It was crazy.
Did you have a
manifested
logo?
it, bro?
I didn't look so I didn't have a logo then. Actually, my logo came up when we actually started renting the taco truck, because that's when we actually started working on it. But I always had Tacos El Gueraso.
Did they ever ask you what's tacos el Gueraso?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked, what's El Gueraso? I'm like, well, I'm on the bigger side, I tell them. So, I'm like, Gueraso. I'm a flavor
Gueraso.
boy. So, yeah, so since high school, I thought about, getting into the food industry. At the beginning, one of my girl cousins' boyfriend, me and him kind of planned to start like a taco business. And for that one, I did make a logo for it. One of my homies, I made my actual official logo. He had made when it was going to be called Taqueria Los Primos. And then from there, we ended up just not vibing about it. So I ended up just never doing it. But I've always had that in my head. Like, I want to just do this. I want to focus on the food industry. I want to do this because I like it. I'm like, I seen the money. And it wasn't more about the money, but I seen the environment that you get into. And yeah, that's what pushed me to get into Tacos El Gueraso till, one day we made it, become official,
He
from the
loves his
dream.
business.
Like, from the dream, it became, a reality, because, like, I'm the type of person that I personally feel I need that little extra push, to do it. And my wife, when she pushed me to actually do it, that was what I needed to make it, it real.
So I think that's dope. Like, again, going back to your wife, her giving you that push. I think, like I said, you guys work well together because you have this idea, you have this dream, but again, you said you need that little extra push, and I think you guys are like a match made in heaven type of thing. Where if she wasn't there, would you've gotten to where you wanted to because of the push? Maybe not. You never know. But at the same time, it's just I think that right there works really well. And a lot of people, and I always tell people, like, hey man, having a solid women by your side is going to organize your life. Like, for me, I got a girl, my girl that helps me, my wife that helps me out with everything that I do on the back end. And I mean, it's a blessing to have that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, going from that, you go into the Boulevard Trends. Let's go back a little bit. Kind of, we're jumping back and forth between you guys. I know you said that you were your mom had
Yeah.
Was it thrift? What'd you say, the store?
Yeah.
She would go to the little shops or whatever and kind of get the clothing and stuff like that. So it was always there for you.
Yeah, she will sell brand like Nike and Puma and all that clothes, kids, man, woman. So when she'll tell me like, oh, can you come to the store for an hour? I'll be there and I'll be like, oh my God, like one day I'll look around the store and I'll be like, one day I'm gonna like have my own store. And I just love clothes. I love shopping. So I'm like, I know there's a lot of girls like me that will like love clothes, but it's been really hard, like both of us having a business, just because I feel like if I didn't have my business, I could go all out like 100 with him, or if he didn't have his, like he could help me out like 100, and we'll like, be able to like grow and have a foundation like more like firm, because he's doing his thing and I'm doing my thing, and it just gets like out of hand because we also have kids. We also have our marriage to take care of, and with the business, both running, it's hard. Like we are very blessed, but we just feel like if we could just go back and maybe start first like one, and then you help me with mines, because we struggle a lot with
trying to balance both business, because it's like you have, when you start a business, it's like you can't have one foot in, one foot out, because it's never gonna grow, because you need to be all 100% in on that. So like I think like going into like your business, like you're trying to give 100% there, and then your business you're trying to give 100%, and then it's like, where does this kind of where can you meet in the middle to really push, both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because sometimes I need to be like lifting and carrying heavy bags. So I'm like, I wish he could be here. It could be a lot easier, faster. I have to be moving furniture. And sometimes he needs that like woman touch, like those little details like in his setups and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
so
The little
it's like-
detallitos.
You can see
Yeah.
the nice
You
setup,
know us,
guys.
guys.
It's her right here.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, because it's like it does get hard. It does get hard because like sometimes like right now we're barely in the position to a point. We're getting to the point where we're trying to divide our day within both of the businesses. We haven't got there 100% yet.
You're testing it.
But we're testing it. Like we try to focus like, okay, from let's just say, from 8 to 12, you focus on this business, and then from 1 to 7 or 1 to 6 you focus on this business, and then our time with the kids is supposed to be from 6 and on. So we're trying to manage that time, which it has been very, very hard for us to
that's
actually
been our
keep
struggle.
up.
Yeah.
But that has been our biggest struggle.
Hey, but you guys are still making it happen, and that's the
Yeah.
good thing.
You're
you
rolling
know?
with the punches. You're going with it. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to
Energy.
figure it out as you go. And that's one thing for everybody out there. Like just know that you got to figure it out as you go. You can't think about it. You try to plan too much. You overthink it. You start doubting yourself. You just got to go and figure it out as you go.
Can't
Everybody,
make
out there-
excuses.
we can sit here and tell you the greatest story ever. The ups and downs, and you can be like, damn, and get motivated. But then you're gonna hit a point where you're gonna get stuck, and then you're gonna be like, it's not for me. So you got to definitely be passionate about it to keep going. Because if you weren't passionate, you'd been bounced out of this already.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, the way she kind of started too, like her business. If you guys are familiar with East LA, if you go down Whittier Boulevard, there's like a lot of outlets and stuff, and there's like a lot of stores. So you can actually walk from store to store, right? So one time she was walking off of Whittier and Kern, and she looked into a store, and it said for rent. And dude, it's a big ass store, right? Like this is huge. The store is huge. So I guess her mentality, she felt like, damn, I'm down to rent this big ass store. But no, they said rent for space. They were renting a space. So literally, guys, when she walked in, she asked like, oh, what space are you guys renting? And I'm not lying to you guys. If the space is probably smaller than
8x4.
this, it was probably smaller. Like literally from right here, from this
Little
wall
bit,
right
yeah.
here to this right here. And they were charging us $600, remember?
Oh, shit.
And my girl was still like, okay, I'll
I
take
did
it. I'll
it,
take
yeah.
it. So we literally had like this little square, like it was like an 8x4, right? It was like
Yeah.
4 feet up and then 8 feet long. So that was our space where we rented for $600, guys. And she just went for it. Like randomly, she hit me up and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a store." Like, so she's the type of person, bro. Like she just goes for it. Like she'll let me know once she already
Just
did it.
fuck it.
So I'm just like, all right. I'm like, all right. Well, I guess we're there. She's like, well, do you have the money? Because I have to give the guy the deposit, and I have to give him the first month and the second month or something like that. I don't really remember, but so that's how she kind of like started her own thing. And like she said, we used to sell. Her mom started with brand clothes. Like we used to sell like Michael Kors and Guess and all that. And that's practically what we also started with. And we threw in some fashion. Some fashion. So her logo at the beginning was black and gold because, we kind of decided like, okay, you're also going to sell men clothes, so
And
we want to
kids.
have it like unisex, So then that's how, and then from there, like with the whole brand clothes, it kind of started going bad. It kind of started going slow. And then that's when she dedicated herself to fully fashion. And then like she barely started switching around her logo, and she started kind of like working with, like, and then from there we felt that space, it was too expensive for us, and it was too small, and we were trying to bring in more clothes, and we really couldn't. And then so since it was a big store, we had a space in a big store, so it was kind of like weird. Like people will walk in to look for our store,
And they can't
and
find
they'll
it.
see
They'll
like
walk out.
everything, and they'll just walk out because they
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
see us, bro. We were like
So
in
that
the
was
corner.
kind of already a hard spot.
Yeah.
You were putting
Yeah.
yourself in a place that it was already, you were trying to expose yourself, but you're already hidden, and you can't. It's kind of hard to grow through there.
Yeah, and then we had a banner like on the wall and stuff, but still, bro, I think people will feel more bad for us, bro, at the beginning than
Yeah.
anything, because they'll walk in, bro, they'll look at our stuff, bro, and they just
They'll
walk
just
out.
walk
No,
out.
like that, man. We'll know, like
You
we
could
knew,
tell. You
we
could
knew
tell,
who
'cause
was
they were
going.
young and yeah.
we knew who was going to our store because the rest of the store is like a t-shirt spot, like where they sell uniforms and
Yeah.
stuff. So you're not gonna see a young person walking into buying uniforms,
Yeah.
like nurse uniforms and stuff.
It was
So
awkward.
It'll be awkward. It will be like the awkwardest moment ever, guys. But yeah, that's how her business kind of started too. With she just went for it. Like we just got that little spot, and we were just trying to not survive off of it, but we were like trying to push it. And yeah, till now, I mean, there's been ups and downs. I feel like there's been more ups and downs with her business than my business.
Yeah, because he's a little bit more scared like to fail. He really like thinks about it like a lot before he makes any move. Me, I failed a lot
Yeah,
for like
And you learn from it. You know?
a lot of fails. I've lost like a lot of money, a lot of friends, a lot of everything, and it's been a hard process. Like I've cried so much for this business, and it's been very hard. But I mean, I'm still going hard, and I just feel like right now there's a new level for the business. Like I don't know what's coming, but I feel it. Like there's something new coming, something strong, and it's always has required a lot from me, but I feel like now it's requiring more from me, and I'm like, how much more can I actually give? Like I already have been giving my 100, so I just feel like more than 100. Like it's a new level, it's something different, so it's scary. I love when you feel like scared, because you know it's just like
it's the unknown.
something big.
It's the unknown. Everybody's scared of the unknown, but you got to go with it head on and just attack that, and then great things usually come from it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because not a lot of people are willing to take that route. Like I'm gonna go out there. So how are you taking the steps to develop that business? So I know you say there's a lot of fails. What are the steps that you've been taking to progress it? Is it more you putting yourself out there, meeting more people, networking with people that's you think is helping that? Is it the products that you're bringing in, you're switching up? Is it more marketing?
Everything is changing. Like the clothes is changing, the networking. Like I'm very shy. Like I'm a very shy person, but I'm like breaking that. Like I need to be more social. Yesterday I had a photo shoot, and it's my first actually like a video shoot. It's like a little, it's gonna be like a little music kind of like with a new collection, and it's my first time. Like I've been wanting to do this forever, but it's just I'm like I can't. Like I'm shy. How am I gonna like bond with the girls? I don't know them. Like I want to be comfortable with the people I know, but I'm like that's not gonna help me grow or go to like the next level. So yesterday was all like new for me, and I was scared, but I was like, let's just do this. Like let's do this, and yeah, we did it, and it turned out so good. I have a really good feeling about this new collection. It's gonna be called Boss Babe Collection. So there's this girl, she came from San Francisco. So I'm like, oh my God, what a blessing. And yeah, the girls were really, really chill, huh? They were really, really chill.
She was actually able to vibe. Like she was like really scared at the beginning. Like she even had like a headache for like 2 days. Just
I'm like, I'm
situation.
supposed to be super excited, but I'm like more scared.
She was more scared, but yeah, I mean, she that's been one of the things that has helped her out. Her actually trying to socialize with these people, because sometimes people are scared, people.
Yeah, not anyone talks.
Not anyone's willing to speak, and that's one of the things we could tell people is like, as scared as you are, just go for it. I mean, what's the biggest thing that people can say to you is no, like what's the biggest thing that you probably say something wrong, and too bad. I mean, it already came out. You can't go
like,
back. I mean,
there's
been things that we've said. I'm like, shit. I'm like, why did I just say that? There's been things that she says. She's like, why? She's like, did I really just say that? And it's like, I mean, too bad. I mean, it is what it is. You learn from it, and there's no way that you could, move on to the next level without going through the first level first. You gotta know what it's like to fail and to mess up in order for you to perfect what you want to actually accomplish.
You got to put yourself in that uncomfortable position. Like you said, like you being kind of to yourself a little bit, you're saying you're getting out of your comfort zone, and I think that's what's making you better, and that's what's growing your business. Is that you taking that, I need to take that initiative to do this stuff? Because when you look at it, like especially with the clothing brand or the stuff that you're doing with your business, you have to be in front of people. You're going to have to put yourself out there. And it's like, you want to get there, but when it comes to time, like, I really got to do this, it gets nerve wracking. Like, oh my God, I don't have a camera. Like even for us, like when I started the podcast, it was like, I can put myself on camera. Like,
it was what Ray told me about the podcast.
And I tell him,
so he told me about the podcast. We were at the gym. He's like, yeah, man, we should start a podcast or something like that. And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, in 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay. The funny thing is that I wasn't even going back in like college. I would fucking be scared to stand in front of a class and talk, or even like training. So eventually I developed that. But being on a podcast, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he's like, yeah, we're doing it tomorrow. I'm just in bed thinking like, I hope he forgets. I hope he forgets.
Really want to do it. And the thing with me is when I say I'm going to do something, we're going to make it happen. Like even if it takes a week or 3 weeks, when it's time to do it, it's time to do it. And again, it's just like, it's something that we're like, damn, I got to put myself on camera. Yeah. It's something different. Like I got used to being comfortable around a lot of people all the time because I own a gym. I got to be motivating.
Yeah.
I got to be in groups of 20, 30 people, talking to them, guiding them, leading them to success. So if I'm not confident, then they're going to be like, what the hell? So I think that helped out. And then from there, but going to the camera, it's like a different vibe. Like you're like,
and then you're hearing
Pressure.
yourself and you're like,
yeah. So it's just like I said. And I also, we were talking when I was connecting with El Gueraso right here. He was, I was telling him, just like I said, I'm nervous when I start something. I'm about to be nervous on the next one. In the next episode we do, every single time we meet someone new, and it's like a nervous for yourself. Like, but again, it's like I can be like, oh, you know what, never mind, I'm gonna do it because I'm nervous. I might mess up. I might say the wrong thing. And then it's like, nah, just
go with the flow.
We're all people.
Yeah.
We all do the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. If they don't like me, then it's, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't make fake myself. So it's good. I'm glad that you're taking those steps because I can see the success is going to happen from you getting uncomfortable and pushing yourself and meeting new people. That's dope.
I hardly even ever do live videos, and I was just like, I'm gonna do a live video. I have to put
That's
myself
scary.
out there.
That's scary.
Yes.
a little
You
live.
say something stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's alive. You can't even edit it.
Yeah,
Someone
right.
screen records it. They
So
just-
it's
I
crazy
know, but people
because
probably are.
before I even started the live video, I was like, okay, so I need to prepare myself. Like, I need to prepare myself. And I started just watching, like, some YouTube mentoring, motivation. I had to because I'm
She was
like,
amping
okay,
herself up. Let's go.
And
Looking at the mirror.
I'm like, okay, like, so I prepared myself. And I went live. And I didn't focus on how many viewers. I didn't focus on the people that were, is it messaging or commenting right there?
commenting on
So
the-
I didn't care. Like, I just went on, okay, I'm going to do my thing. Like, whatever I was like, I'm going to show, whatever I'm going to talk about. Like, I couldn't do, like, how do you say, multitask? Like,
multitask.
yeah, I couldn't do, like, both, So at the end, he went on my live video and people started just getting out. It was like at 2 p.m. and people started just getting out the live video, and it was just me and him. And the next day he tells me, babe, you're so funny. And I'm like, why? He was like, how do you feel that it was just me and you were still talking? Like, there was a lot of people. And I was like, I had to because I need to learn the times. I need to, like, get people used to it because they're not used to watching my lives. Like, so once people start getting used, okay, she's gonna be like in live at this time or whatever. So all of that was just like, oh my God, I did it. Like, I did
Got
it.
that
Like,
weight
I
off your
didn't care.
chest.
Yeah, it just, I'm like, so I'm gonna go for more. I'm gonna, like, learn, like, what time is the best time to, like, go live.
live.
All the
and then
analytics behind it.
Yeah, so it's scary. Live is scary.
That's
The
it.
cameras are scary,
Yeah.
but after when you're done, you just feel like,
Feel
yeah, like, I did it. Like,
and it's organic. It's like
You put that message that you want to push out. You're because a lot of times, especially when you're a business owner, the people, they actually probably want to hear what you have to say. They see your stuff, they see your tacos, they see your clothing, whatever it is that they see. But sometimes when you talk in the camera, they relate to you and they like that more. It's weird because when I started doing that for my gym and I started talking on Instagram like this, like, hey, what's up, whatever, saying, you just get more reactions from it compared to you just posting a picture or something like that.
So
It's crazy. So
different.
yes,
Yeah.
so that definitely you doing that is definitely going to take off. And I mean, it takes, sometimes you sit there and like, screw it, I'm not going to do it. But you just got to do it. You just got to put it out there and put the message out and let the people know what you got to let them know.
No, yeah, well, that's one of the main things that has helped me out is showing my face and interacting with my people. Like that's, like I said, that's one of the main reasons why people actually started booking me.
You got a good personality, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Gueraso, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey,
exactly.
you know?
That's what has made me pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like, that's what has helped me blow up and get known by all these other people.
Yeah.
Because like you said, like if you just do like a regular post, like we've noticed that too. Like we've noticed that too. Like let's just say like we ask certain people to promote for us. If they just like kind of like glance through it in a sense, we've noticed that we don't get so many like followers, but when they actually take the time of like saying, hey, what's up guys, my name is such and such and I'm right here, like check it out, like Tacos El Gueraso's in the house, then like bro, like then you see like people start actually following because it's like a different vibe. Like
it's more personal. Yep.
Exactly. And it makes the people that are watching like, oh shit, I want to do that now. Like I want that to be at my place. I want that to be at my house, for my parties, So like, interacting right with the people with the camera, bro. Like social media is crazy.
It makes
man.
a difference.
Like it's like so crazy how social media has gotten with being able to interact with people and stuff through a camera.
And talking about the social media, man, like how did you build that following? How did you get that first break? Like I know you got the tacos going, and then where was it? Like where was that breaking point to the point where you're like, like we made something happen.
Yeah.
You know, let's let the people know where, because I think every business has that point where it's like you're going through the struggles, and then all of a sudden you feel like giving up, and then you just kind of like, you're like, nah, I'm made for this. I'm gonna keep pushing, and then it's like, boom, something happens, and then now you're here and you're still pushing, but it just kind of it took you to the next step, man. I think people want to hear that part.
Yeah. I mean, well, pretty much, like how I started gaining a bunch of followers.
Not just the Instagram following, but just like overall your business grew. Like it was
where
like
a lot of people
like,
were reaching out to
like
you.
now you knew like Tacos El Gueraso is here to stay. It ain't going nowhere.
So pretty much the way it kind of happened, I mean, like, you know, we always were already interacting with our people. We were already kind of like flowing and like letting people get to know us. So what pretty much happened, bro, like, and it's funny because we were at a point where me and my wife were ready to just like give out. Like we were ready to quit. And one of the main things that helped us like blow up to where we're at, it has been Chiqui Rivera's wedding. You know, so pretty much what happened there was like we already had our clout, we already had our people. Like people were already, you know, getting to know us. That's how they even got to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I mean, they're not just gonna hit you up.
They're not gonna just hit a random ass taquero. You know, there's so many taqueros. So what made us different was that people were like, oh yeah, Tacos El Gueraso. Like, you know, word of mouth, and then people sharing our pages and stuff. So there was a point where me and my wife, that like literally the week of her event, we didn't know it was going to be a wedding. Like we didn't know it was going to be a wedding. We just knew it was going to be an event for them. And we were kind of like still like not thinking it was real. Because,
it was like surreal.
Yeah,
like,
because
shit.
what happened was that we had never experienced something like that, where normally when I get in contact with someone, like they send me the address, they send me the time of service, they send me this, they send me that. So I had no type of information. I just knew that I was catering for them, you know. So that week, me and my wife both had a breakdown. Like it was crazy. Like for both of our businesses, we were both ready to just quit. Like we literally, like she had like from that one little location, she ended up getting a regular store, and there's a back part of that store, right? So there was a sofa right there. She was sitting down. Like I felt very stressed. Like I felt like half of my face was numb. She felt similar. Excuse me. And we just broke down, bro. Like we literally just like collapsed. Like I was crying. She was crying, and then we were just ready to quit, you know. And that's when we got that call for that catering event, and we were like, no, this is not real because they haven't even sent us information yet, and this and that. So long story short, when we felt like quitting, like when we felt like giving out and everything, that's when we did that event for them, and that's where we just like helped us like go blow up like crazy, you know.
He came out in the news and everything,
It
so
went
it
from
was big.
a regular level to like another level, and once we got there, we were like, okay, like, are we gonna be like those one-hit wonders, or are we gonna keep going doing what we have to do?
It's like everybody gets that little. It's like that time to shine. You're either gonna do something great with it, or you're gonna just kind of like let it dwindle, let the fire just burn out.
Exactly.
You know?
So that's where we kind of like, you took advantage of the situation in the sense of like we started promoting more stuff. We were able to actually like, we started branding ourselves a little bit more. Like our shirts got better, our hats, we tried to switch up everything to where people could be like, okay, now, to give people a mentality that they didn't know. Now we know why they're getting them. Like, what's making these people different from all these other taqueros? Because, I mean, people, like, let's just say you guys don't know me. Like, you guys don't know off the bat that I'm a talkative person. You guys don't know that I'm gonna be building a relationship with you guys. So what is it that you guys are gonna see? From an experience that you guys don't even know who I am. So you guys got to see like, okay, now I see like he has his logo here. He does that. He does this. He does that. So, that's where we kind of like went to a different level. And yeah, man, that's why we started interacting with all these other influencers and started messaging influencers, or they would even message us. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, it got to the point, bro, where people even message us now, Like, there was a point where me and her had to be messaging people. And it got to the point where now we feel the accountability where people actually, big people, influencers or celebrities, they message us. They slide
they
into
reach
our
out to
DM,
you guys. You're like, oh, shit.
I'm like, oh, damn. Like, I see the followers,
There you go.
So I'd be like, nah, but yeah, man, that's pretty much our biggest step, man. Like, and it's been about 1.5 years since that happened. So I mean, I've been in business for 5 years. So like my wife said earlier, we're in a level, bro, where we know something new is coming. We just don't know what it is. So we already started our phase of growing, of feeling like quitting, which I think you're always gonna feel like you want to quit, or you're gonna have those days where you're just gonna wake up and you're like, damn, dude, like I just want to let everything.
You're kind of mentally burnt out. You're burnt out.
Yeah, but I feel like we already passed the basic levels. Now we're in a level where now people pretty much already know who we are, and a lot of people tell us. I don't really see it like that. Like I'm more like a intimate person in that sense. But like my wife is another shit. Like we're already influencers ourselves. You know?
Yeah,
Like, we're like
much,
food influencers. You know, so we're already in that level. So what's actually next? Like where are we gonna go from this step to the next step? Like we're waiting for that, and we feel it strong that something's gonna come up, like she said earlier, but we don't know what it is. And yeah, that's just what it is, man. Like that wedding helped us just get known by all these other people.
Now, when you guys did that wedding, was it just one catering setup at that time? Or did you have multiple helpers at that time?
So pretty much, I've always been able to do like 2-3 events in a day. So I already had crews that we call crews. Yeah. So that's like I said, like we already had our little fame, in a sense. Like so we were already known. Tacos del Gueraso was already someone, you can say. But that obviously like helped us like go even beyond from where we're at. So now I'm at a point, bro, where I could do up to 6 to 7 events in a day. Like now I have different crews. Like I have more employees. Before it was like 2 or 3 guys or 4 guys, and I felt at that point that I had to beg these people to come and work for me.
Yeah.
Now I have people actually hitting me up, bro. Like now, with all due respect, I said to anyone, that hears it, like if they act dumb in my business, I don't have no problem giving you the boot.
It's a wrap,
like,
bro.
I'm already like, all right, it is what it is, bro. Like, don't shit. Like, I'll have someone replace you by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Even the same day. And it sucks, man. But you know what? That's just what it is, bro.
Like,
that's just how business is.
So you got to respect the boss, man.
Yeah.
So I'm already at a point where I have that comfortability now, But there was before that, I wasn't like that.
You wish you had the help, yeah.
I had to beg people to help me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, hey, bro. Like,
now there's people in line waiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I was at a point where I had to beg these people, like, hey, bro, like, can you work? I'm like, oh, but what time to what time? I'm like, oh, I'll give you the earliest event.
When
Try to make it work for them, and it's
when
like,
they ask what time to what time,
yeah, and I'll be
come
like,
on,
oh, like I'll even load up the truck for you. Like I used to load up the truck for these guys.
And you're like, I'm the fucking boss. What am I doing? It's backwards.
Like, it got to that point, bro, that I felt like that. But now, it's just like you already know you're working. You're coming in at this time. Now, obviously, I'm a cool guy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a cool, don't get me wrong. I'm not the strict ass boss. No, I'm not like that. Like, if they have to be in at a certain time, they let me know.
Yeah, there's you have standards set for your policies for your business.
And that's just how it is now. Like, hey, bro, you know what? Like, this Sunday, like, is it cool if I get it off? Because I have this. I'm like, oh, yeah, bro,
we can make it work.
Don't worry, but, like, now I don't have to worry about, like, hey, bro, like, please, bro. Like, bro, I felt like I would even get on my knees, like, through text. Like, I used to blow, like, bro. Yeah, like, they wouldn't answer my text
You put the little velas and shit.
Yeah, right. I'll start praying La Rosa de Guadalupe. I'll feel the rose.
The little air hitting you, like.
Yeah, they finally answered me. No, but yeah, like I used to and they wouldn't answer me, bro. Like I'll have to worry about calling them, bro. Like and be like, hey, bro, like come on, bro, you're not answering me, like. But yeah, man. So that. Like I said, that right there has helped us, blow up to where we're at now, and like I said, we're ready for the next level, man. Like I mean, we're not ready, but we are ready.
You're not ready, but it's like the uncomfortable feeling again. Like let's get the unknown's coming, and I know it's coming, but like I'm nervous, but let's take it head on because we've already been in this position.
And I feel what it is. Like I mean, we don't know what it is, but I feel like one of those things is like the hibachi catering. It's kind of like a different.
Yeah, let's
go
talk about that.
into
You just dropped the first video for it, right?
Yeah,
there's a little video, IGTV. That shit was fire.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, bro, you're making me hungry. And you know what's funny? We were just talking
about it.
Me and Oscar were like, bro, how can we even try his tacos? Like, I want to try them. Like, if we could try them today, and he was like, or tomorrow. But I was like, but he doesn't have a restaurant. Like,
and I should have brought some.
I told him, I was like,
he pulls one out of his pocket.
Hey, I told him, I was like, hey, maybe we just got to pay him $100-$200, dude. Whatever we got to pay him to make us a caterer, private caterer, something shit. I was like, we need to try this.
Whenever you guys come again, bro, I got you guys, man. I should have brought something today. I don't know why I didn't think about it.
Some chicken.
All right.
Honestly, anything. Anything at this rate.
We're gonna try it.
We'll try everything, man.
For sure, man. I'm gonna bring something next time, like to you guys, man. I should have brought something today, but yeah, man. I mean, I feel like that's one of the biggest. I think that thing right there is gonna hit
the hibachi.
The hibachi thing. Like, I got very good interaction with that IGTV video, bro. Like, I mean, I pretty much what I wanted to do is like I wanted to get out of my comfort zone already because I just kept on talking about it again. Like I was just talking and talking. I need to do it. And I was like, I told my girl one time, I'm like, you know what? Like we're just gonna do the video. Like I'm gonna just test it out.
So this is the whole setup was at your place.
Yeah, it was in my house.
The backyard.
Yeah, it was in my backyard. So, I mean, I was able to work on the plate. So we already have an idea of how the plate is gonna be. We're gonna switch it up a little bit because it's not exactly.
We just wanted to kind of show
show the people like
what it's gonna be.
But it's gonna be way different than how it was shown.
Yeah,
now there's gonna be. catering too? Like you're gonna be at
Correct.
catering, you're gonna be doing these things. That's cool.
Correct.
Kind of a
So-
little more high end, like ooh,
More
okay.
high
Yeah,
end.
exactly. So I feel you could obviously do a big party, you could do a big party with that, but that's more for like an intimate party, like a little something small,
Yeah.
like 10 to 15 people.
Where it doesn't have to be so fast. You need tacos just quick, but that's more like
Exactly.
More
detailed.
You're
Yeah.
like drinking, chilling,
Yeah, and we're-
enjoying, like, them doing tricks.
Yeah, because
and
that's
stuff.
that's one of the main things to the whole hibachi industry. You do the tricks, you do the fire show. So I already have my a chef that's gonna be helping us
There you
out.
go.
You know,
So he's gonna teach all the employees.
All the
that?
little
we
tricks.
want to teach all the guys. Whoever wants to learn, they're more than welcome to
tight.
learn. And like I was even thinking the other day, I was driving. I'm like, dude, we can even do the tricks at the regular taquizas, like something different. Like what is
Imagine.
gonna, because I don't want to let go of the actual catering,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
regular
yeah.
catering. That's what made me.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
You
I
gotta
don't want to
keep
let
it.
go of that. But I mean, who knows, bro? If it's gonna get to a point where I just get booked with this whole hibachi, style, and I have to let go of regular taquizas, I don't want to feel like that either.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll probably teach the guys how to do the tricks or whatever, and they do tricks. And
I think that'd
then
be a
charge-
good-
charging them a little extra $300 or something. I don't know.
That'd be a good idea, bro. Because I mean, who doesn't want to see those tricks? You make the little volcano with the cebolla,
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
Just
It's just
fire.
different, man. That's what I like. That you thought outside the box, and we really haven't seen anything like that, especially when it comes down to tacos or anything.
And catering,
It's
bro.
dope,
That's a
man.
vibe. That's
I feel people still don't have the actual like knowing of it or the concept, because it's kind of weird, bro. Like it's like
it's like different,
It's
but
different.
I don't know. I would book you, bro. I'd be like, let's do this.
Like,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know it sounds funny, bro, but I don't even have the actual concept of it. I'm kinda, like,
You're
still, like,
developing it,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, I'm still like working on it, So I mean, this week I'm supposed to meet up with the guy that's gonna be doing the tricks and stuff. So I want to do a video of just him doing the tricks and
gonna be
showing
tight.
off how it's gonna be and everything.
And then
like,
what kind of tacos are you going to be serving? Is it similar, the same kind of taco, like as far as the
so
tacos?
pretty much, yeah, it's gonna be asada, pollo, pastor, chorizo, but I'm gonna use
And
like a more
mariscos.
marisco.
Oh,
I'm gonna do like a
mariscos.
marisco style too, but I'm gonna do like more of a higher quality, like ranchera. I don't use ranchera for my taquizas.
Yeah.
So, but ranchera is like the top, carne asada, you can say.
Do you have like pineapple and stuff that you bring there too, or no?
Yeah, for the al pastor.
You're gonna do
Yeah.
the little,
Yeah,
cut the little tricks to cut the
oh, yeah.
pineapple or some shit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use those, and I'm gonna do the mariscos too. Like I want to do like, shrimp, fish.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What do you call it? Pulpo.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
like,
I think I see something like that.
we
You
did the
posted something like
pulpo,
that. Yeah. And that's fire, bro. I've never tried like that. That is
It's
fire.
bomb, bro. It's bomb. So yeah, so I'm gonna do like different menus. I mean, it's gonna come down to a point, bro. Even do some filet mignon tacos. You know,
Yeah.
like you want filet mignon, I'll do
Well,
it.
I think with the hibachi, it's gonna,
Right?
like it says, you're going to like
It's
a,
gonna
big,
take
a
off,
high
man.
scale,
Exactly.
upscale thing. So it's gonna,
Like we want to do like a Mexican rice. Like I didn't get to really show it that day because it was more or less like just presenting the plate.
Yeah.
It was more like presenting the
Just
plate.
getting it out there.
So I mean, I want to do like a Mexican rice, but you know how they cook the rice on the grill and stuff. Do whatever we can do to like mess with the rice, the beans, the grilled onions. I didn't really get to show like the actual like the volcano with the onion, but I want to do all that. I want to do the vegetables.
That's what makes it
and all that.
dope.
Yeah, that's
It's
what
like a
makes
little show, you guys
like,
there.
Like whenever, I mean, we've only gone to Benihana like twice, but every time I think about Benihanas, I think about the volcano, the onion.
Yeah, the little
But he's gonna do it
That-
different. He's going with the piña, bro. Make a
Right.
volcano off the piña. You know what I'm saying? Put
And the salsa comes out. The salsa
and
comes
then
out.
throw the pastor in there inside
Right?
there.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
That'd be dope.
The
man,
salsa roja spills out.
right? Shit.
Hey, I gave you an idea right now. That was a jam.
We're coming up with the
Pick up the
concept.
jam.
There you
Equipo
go.
number 5.
Hey, you know what we were just talking about
Oye,
too?
Los Chingones podcast, equipo número 8.
That's what we were saying, bro. We're like, hey, how are we gonna try? You know what? Maybe he wants us to go work with him. We're like, he's like, we'll be equipo número 8 because we're Kobe
Hey,
Bryant
bro,
fans.
you guys could do a podcast at a taquiza.
There you
bro.
go. We'll do a little pop up. We'll do a little pop up.
Telling them like, how'd you like the tacos? What are your
A little
favorite
interview. Hey,
tacos?
guys. And we'll have to set that
One
up
day,
soon.
one day.
We'll do
Let's
that.
do it.
We'll do that.
Nah, but
Do
yeah,
like a
man.
giveaway on.
I mean
For sure.
that's one of the things I'm hoping and praying, bro, that that it blows up, and I hope that's our next level right there. And I was telling my wife the other day, I have 3 main goals for next year. Even though I know she says to put God first, which I know obviously God comes first. Because I was like this, I was like, okay, babe, I have 3 main goals, and then she's like, what is it? So I was like, 1, buy our home. 2, I actually open up a restaurant, and 3, open up a boutique, because she actually has the boutique, but it's only online now. So I
Okay,
want to
okay.
actually have her open up a store. And she's like, well, you already started wrong. I'm like, why? Like, because you got to put God first. I'm like, well, I know God goes first, but, like, those are my
Yeah.
3 main
Yeah.
goals. So that's what I'm hoping for 2021, man. I mean, we're literally just a month and a half away.
Hey, it
So,
came by so fast, huh?
Bro, this year was
Literally.
crazy, man. Like, I felt like we were just, like,
But I feel a
celebrating
lot of
New Year's.
growth.
Yeah.
A lot of growth.
This year has honestly, man, been the best. I feel like
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
agree.
crazy, but I feel everyone that has a business has made more money.
It's weird.
2020
It's weird.
than
Huh?
anything
weird.
else.
It's like even though you're like kind of like, well, we can't do this, we can't do, but then it's like I don't know. It made people focus more on like their
Yeah.
ideas and,
Yeah.
and growth. Yeah,
And it was that pressure where you're just like,
I'm
okay,
either
I
gonna
gotta do
fail
it.
or we're gonna close up
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
we're gonna get
Go
better
hard.
from this.
It
Yeah.
was like if you were like living in the jungle, like
Yeah.
you were like it was like what does that say like
Como Tarzan.
like what is it like survival of the
fittest,
fittest?
yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, it's like dude, like either you know how to live in the jungle or you don't, man. You know how to survive.
That's why you started. That's why you started working out. How you're like,
Right.
I gotta survival of the fittest. Let's get it.
Yeah, no, you never know if it's gonna be that one movie with Will Smith.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're
that
talking
one
about. I know exactly. What's that movie, Dan? You know what that movie is?
where it's just Will Smith by himself and the dog. He's like the only.
Oh,
man
is
alive.
it I Am Legend?
Yes, yes.
Hey, dog, so I gotta live like I Am Legend,
Yeah. There you
But
go.
yeah, man. So, I mean, that's our goals, man. That's our goals, and I mean, my wife too. I mean, I know she's pushing it hard. She's trying her best now. I see it with her boutique too, and I see it, man. That's why I want to keep on supporting her, because.
So
I
on
know
the
it's not
boutique, it's your brand. So do you have like a fashion designer or
No,
something
no.
like that, or
So
how
it's
does that
it's-
work?
You say you used to sell your own brand. Do you still make your own clothing too, or like brand, or now it's just all fashion
All
stuff?
fashion.
All fashion, and then we have our merch, but that one is just it's hard to keep up, like with the
Yeah.
merch
Yeah,
and with
yeah.
the fashion. And then we do have another business which we do wholesale. We sell Target stuff, so
Oh, okay.
it's that one too. Plus we have a location that we sell how do you say retail.
Yeah, it's like a. It's
So-
like a. Yeah, it's a.
So
retail
that's why
store.
it's hard to like focus 100% just on in my boutique, and then plus getting workers. Like I've had workers, but they don't work the same. So I just feel like you hire someone to do what you can't do, so you could be over here. But if you're over here, they don't do what they have to do. You have to be on them. So it's just hard to get that right hand like helper, that really wants to push, that really wants to work, because people they just wanna get their money and leave.
Get the paycheck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I always tell them, like, I'll pay you more. Like there's commission, there's this, there's that. If you do extra, if you stay an extra hour, whatever, like I'll pay.
But they got to do it. They got to show it. You can't force them.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Yeah, and they're not about it. Like they're not all about it. So I don't understand. But my mom tells me it's just because people don't have a boss mentality. People just want their check and go home and rest and be on their phones. Like not everybody's gonna think like they want to make it. And it's just that's why it's hard. Like I'm really praying like for like that one person that's ready to be committed to like helping me, being there, and that one friend. But it's hard. It's hard, but we're just holding on, and
You got this.
It'll come through, as people see the growth of your business and they see you putting in the work for that. Like how you said, there's gonna be people hitting you up to want to
Yeah.
work there. Like, oh, I want to work there. I want to work there. So you're gonna have that. You're probably gonna have that big break coming in soon too with
Yeah.
that boutique and things.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna be like, I can't hire you. Sorry, I'm full. You know,
It's like I had a waiting list.
Oh, weren't you the one that didn't want to work? Oh, sorry.
Please
Give 'em the boot.
Bring your resume. And
Hey,
application.
that's the boss. Hey,
We'll call when we're
you're a boss. You used to do that. Hey, bring your resume. I'll look through it. And it's like,
Give it to my assistant.
it's crazy, huh? The levels to
Fucking
that.
crumples it up.
So going to your to the restaurant you want to open, man. So what is the style that you want to bring to that restaurant?
So the style we're looking into is more or less like a lounge style. So we wanted, like, I don't know, man. Like we're weird. Like
It's cool though. That's what makes you guys
it good.
because they know when they come to
like,
you,
we
that's what
wanna,
they're gonna
like,
get.
Like I don't know if you've ever been. I mean, there's really nothing like that. But like, just imagine,
idea.
bro. You're gonna go eat, street style tacos, but going fucking
Luxury.
like fresh, bro. Like,
Oh,
like, you're gonna
okay.
go on a
That
date.
fashion,
Yeah,
bro.
like you're gonna go on a date with your girl. So you're gonna have like the dim lights in a sense, but at the same time have like colorful like lights, and I don't know. It's kind of
Some
like
good music.
it's
And are you
like
gonna-
weird,
and are you
bro.
gonna bring the hibachi style setup too in there as well?
Well, I mean, at first I didn't think about that, but now that I'm getting into it, I kind of do want to do it.
Even
'cause-
if it's a few of them.
Maybe the
exactly,
VIP,
yeah, because we were actually thinking
VIP,
off the bat, we're
there
gonna
you
have a
go.
VIP section. Yeah, like off the bat, we're already gonna have a VIP section,
Kind of like bottle
but
service, but it's
Yeah.
like the hibachi
Exactly.
service.
Yeah.
The hibachi.
So now that VIP section could be the hibachi style, and and you
I
know,
like
have
that.
everyone else in the bottom. You know, so we want to do like a
And
a
only
club.
tacos.
No,
We don't
not
want to
a
have
club,
like.
yeah.
Like all
But
these,
you got the music playing and it's just vibes with
Yeah.
everything. You got the hibachi people just making tricks and making
Yeah.
fire.
That's dope,
You
man.
got, you know, it's just I can see it. I can smell it.
Yeah,
I
right,
already
right.
know
So
that
it's
something
like,
like that
like,
would
have,
just
like,
take
the
off,
lounge,
bro.
the lounge seats, everything, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Our style is the way we have it in our head is
And
like,
that's what makes
You know how
guys
far that's
different.
gonna be, because like think about it, people have to book you to come to them, and sometimes it's like they have to have an event almost to book you, and it's like,
Yeah.
damn, I really want to try. I'm like us, like we really want to try, but like how do we get? And it's like, all right, when you have that, bro, and I could already see like how many people you guys are gonna get in there just going, because now they can directly go to you and get the food.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
man.
crazy, bro.
It's
Like,
gonna be like the wait.
yeah,
the
don't
wait
even
time's
think
gonna
it
be
twice.
like 2 hours.
Don't even
just to
think
get
it
in.
twice, man. Just go
It's gonna
do
be
it.
dope.
Yeah.
When it's there, it's
I
gonna
feel
blow
like
up.
that's one of our biggest struggles, man. Because people always hit us up and they're like, "Hey, like, where can I try your food? Where can I try your food?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, there was a point, guys, where I was doing taco tasting at my home.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, but I mean, we're just like, dude, we're just so busy. Like, we're
Yeah,
busy. I don't have time for that no more.
Yeah.
You know, there was a point where I was doing that. Like, people wanted to hire me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, well, we could set up a date, and you guys could come to my house, and we'll serve up tacos for 2-3 people. But now it's like that. But like I said, that's one of my biggest struggles, because people hit me up. But I mean, I'm thankful for the platform that I have, because I feel like that speaks for me. But there was a point where it wouldn't speak for me, you know,
Yeah.
because people that, oh, you have X amount of followers or you have this, but that doesn't matter, you know. I want to
Yeah.
see the food. Like,
Yeah.
you could have 1 million followers and you could have like the cheapest meat, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that has helped me out, but there are still people that, you know, still stop themselves from hiring
Yeah.
me because of I don't have a spot to have them come
Yeah.
and try the food. And I mean, right before the pandemic, we actually had a little taco stand where her boutique was at. We were there for a while, but then when the pandemic hit, we kind of just shut it down. I mean, there's taco stands everywhere. They're still open, but I feel like, you know, I didn't want to focus on that more. Like, I feel like, you know, one time, my suegra told me, like, oh, she told us, like, we're in a position where we shouldn't be in the street. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we should be more like, you know, more
Exclusive.
She kind of see, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure,
and
definitely.
I mean, I got nothing against it because that's where I started.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But it is true. Like, people want to come to Tacos de
Bro,
Gueraso and sit down.
you got a
know?
platform, bro. Like they
Yeah.
want to be like, oh, okay, that's his place. That's
Yeah.
clean. Look at this. Look at
Yeah,
the
you know,
hibachi
they're
style.
showing up to the
But
street.
it's
you know?
cool. It's
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
though, because it's like we gotta get him to try him, you know, and
yeah.
that's what makes it
Bro,
exclusive.
I think you with the following you've built and everything you've built from the platform you've done. I think, like I said, it's just gonna go crazy when you finally open that and announce that you're gonna open your restaurant. And then what location would you want to open? Like, is there a city that you would like to open the first one?
I mean, we're looking around like Montebello, Downey area.
Is that
Oh, okay.
is that where you live in
That's
there?
where we're from, and not just that, bro. Like, I like that area because it's very diverse. I think that's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
there's
diverse.
like a little bit of everything, bro.
Okay.
There's a little
And
bit of everything.
that's where's that by? Like, so you said Downey, Montebello.
Like East LA,
Okay, okay.
East LA.
Lakewood, Pico Rivera.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so it's like literally, bro, like where we live, we're like literally in the middle of everything.
That's dope.
So I like it because where we stay at, bro, like downtown LA is just literally like 20 minutes away, max. You know, and that's including traffic.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, Orange County, like we got here in 30 minutes.
Okay.
You know, so we're like literally in the middle.
of
So I
everything.
feel like everyone that would come to our restaurant, they won't mind the drive because we're like right in the middle, bro. Like if you like what are big cities like Whittier? Like we're literally like 10 minutes away from Whittier. Like La Habra, Long Beach, all those cities, they're like literally by us.
Oh,
Like,
so
we're
they'll have no problem. They know you. They're gonna go straight
so
there.
I feel like that would be like the best location we can possibly have.
Well, I think Glendale.
She wants to go to like
I
Glendale
want- yeah.
area.
Glendale's nice.
Yeah, Glendale's nice.
Because like I was telling you guys, we're gonna be moving out here in April, and I was looking at that Glendale area, and I was looking at the Burbank area and all that. That little area there is super nice. I went there.
But I just feel like me personally, at least because I'm not used to it, like I feel from like where I'm from to drive over there is a mission, especially traffic hour.
Yeah.
Especially traffic hour. So I mean, I would want, and we don't have nothing like that in where we're from. Like, like people, it's funny because people are like, how come there's never nothing in East LA? And then we like make fun, like, dude, like if we packed with all that raza right there, so it's kind of like, like we're kind of like, I don't know, we're kind of still thinking about it, but I want to have it where, where we're from. It's something different, bro.
Yeah,
It's
but
something
I mean,
different.
and then that blows up. You probably end up opening a second one and a third chain, and it just goes from there.
I mean, that would be the goal, man. Having one in Orange County, having one like in Burbank area. Now people from Burbank can go there. LA people go to the LA one.
I mean, there's so many people.
San
that-
Francisco,
that-
I have Oscar.
Oh, I'll run it.
There you go. Hey, we'll go run it.
I'll
Bro.
run
We
it.
got it.
And be like, hey, you know, you guys get promoted at the gym. You know,
Yeah.
you guys lose 10 pounds this week. And
We'll give you a
guys get to
cheat
go
meal.
to
Yep,
Tacos
we
El
give you a little
Gueraso.
cheat
Yeah,
meal.
right.
And then as far as for your boutique, where would you want to open it? What would be your ideal? I know you said.
Glendale.
That's what I see. I was gonna
Glendale.
say. I know you
There
said
you go.
Glendale.
She
She's
wants
like,
Glendale, man. The Glendale
Mall.
Mall's dope.
Yeah.
oh, the mall area.
Yeah.
That was
No,
clean. We
yeah,
went there the other day.
yeah.
The other day, a couple weeks ago too, and it was cool. It was nice for sure.
That's one of the best malls you can actually go to, and I like it because they have like everything. You know, like you could go there and you could like whatever it is that you're looking for, you can actually find it at that mall. It's one of the biggest malls I think out here in LA. I
Oh
believe.
shit.
Yeah.
What do they call that mall?
Galleria.
Oh, that-
Glendale
okay.
Galleria or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that. Yeah, because you could go to Cerritos, you could go to Montebello Mall, you could go to Lakewood Mall. They don't have a lot, but you go to Glendale, bro. They even have a Target in there, bro. Like, that's pretty dope.
Target. That's where it's at.
Yeah,
Right.
honestly.
For
Yeah,
sure, man.
but-
But yeah, so obviously we just talked about a little bit of things that are in store. But what else can you tell the people that you got in store for yourself, man? You as well. Anything last things you guys want to let the people know watching, some motivation, something that you guys.
man. Well, pretty much just keep on pushing, guys. Like, don't give up on your dream. I mean, you know, we've been at a point, guys, where it was just literally me and my wife. Like, there was no one there. My parents were not supporting. Her parents were not supporting. Like, when we had our lunch truck or when we had the little hot dog cart, like, there was a point where, you pull it, so you have the truck that pulls it. Our son, he has a syndrome. So he was in the back of our truck with his oxygen tank. My daughter being in there 2 years old. She was like 2, 3 years old when we got our lunch truck. Like, then both of them sleeping inside of our truck, and me and my wife working outside serving
Going
tacos.
home at 3 in the
And
morning.
going home at 2, 3 in the morning, and still have to clean up everything, still have to wash dishes, still have to get ready for the next day. So it's like, sometimes when you don't have the right support, don't let that stop you, because the support, believe it or not, guys, as hard as it was for us to accept, it'll come one day or another.
Yeah.
Like, it'll come and one day people, I mean, it sucks. It really sucks that sometimes you feel like people come only when they already see you doing good. But I mean, it's for a reason, It's for a reason. I feel like God places the people at the right moment, so you could only but get stronger and get built. So that's one of the best things I could tell people. Just keep on pushing for your dream. Don't give up. And if you have the right spouse, make sure you take care of that person, because they're gonna help you. And I'm not saying that if you don't have the right spouse, but if you don't, talk to them, sit down and share your dreams. Like,
Make sure they understand.
Make sure they understand, because I mean, we know people that their spouses won't help them out the way my wife helps me out, and I sometimes I'm like, fuck, that
Who?
sucks,
Las tóxicas.
That's toxic. Like,
Don't be a toxic.
Don't
be
be
a
like
toxic
tripping, like, who you with? Because sometimes he tells me, I tell him, like, what time are you going to the taquiza? And he's like, 1. What time are you getting out? At 8. And I'm like, at 8? But then I'm like, all right, I get it. But other girls will be like, you work only 2 hours and a half. By the time you get here, by the time this and that.
They add all the time. They add
So
everything.
We can start making the calculations.
Right.
Like,
You should have been here 30 minutes ago.
They don't understand, because, I mean, I've been to the taquizas with him. I know sometimes he's those kind of guys, like, if he sees more people coming in and he has to leave at 3, he'll still serve those people,
That's a
because
good
he
man.
wants customer satisfaction.
Goes above and beyond.
Yeah, he's different. So I see that he stays longer, and then sometimes he loves to talk, so he stays talking.
I have that
and-
problem too.
No,
at
and then
the
like
end,
parking
yeah.
sometimes, like
Traffic,
you cannot.
accidents.
Especially out
Yeah.
here in like the traffic.
Like,
Yeah.
you cannot plan anything in LA, bro. Like, you cannot plan. Like, the other day we were on our way to an event, and like the event was like, we were already on the freeway. Excuse me. And we were already on the freeway, and we were literally 10 minutes away, dude. So excuse me, I'm sorry, this bubbly. I'm gonna stop drinking this.
Right, the bubbly killed you.
So we were literally 10 minutes away. From that 10 minutes, it became a whole hour. Remember, Ben? Like, it was on a Monday, and it was on a Monday. Okay, so I guess there was an accident. So I was stressed out, bro. Like, I was like stressing out.
So I'm about to be late.
I'm like, these people are gonna be mad at us. I'm like, damn. I mean, luckily they were able to understand and stuff, But sometimes, bro, like, you don't know. You cannot time. You cannot time.
Sometimes your day doesn't go as planned.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing I like about her, that she understands. Like, cause she's been there, even if she wasn't there. Like, my wife's the type of girl. Like I mean, I'm able to tell my wife something, and she actually, and I have earned that trust, and like for her to actually believe me, Like, so I'm like, so that's one of the best things that I have with my business. Like, okay, I'm able to actually work comfortable, and not have to stress out about, if you're not home at this time, you're not gonna sleep. You're gonna sleep in the couch, Like, I don't have to worry about none of that,
There you go.
So yeah, so that's one of the things I can tell you guys, motivate you guys in the sense like if you guys have a spouse, take care of them, have them help you. If you guys don't, or like I said, just speak your plans to them, talk to them, pray about it. Honestly, guys, the best thing you can do is pray about it. Like that's like the best thing you can actually do for your spouse to understand, what you're going through.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any motivation.
Just don't put excuses. Like, a lot of times people say, I don't have the support, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. Just go for it. Just go for it because we're never going to have the support like that.
Yeah.
It's like tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah, we're
Exactly.
never going to have the money. We're always going to, not have everything like 100%. So just go with what you have, work with what you have, and just keep going and follow your dream now because it takes time. I honestly thought that when I started my business, I asked my mom, how long am I going to take to be able to make that money? And she was like, about 5 years. And I laughed and I'm like, no, like now social media is strong, but I have 3 years and I'm still like, barely getting there. So it takes time. So it's better to start now than later. A lot of people want to feel like, let me finish this, let me do this, but
Waiting
time
for the
flies.
It takes time. It takes time.
Yeah, time flies and it takes time. So start now.
And it goes fast.
And it's
Yeah.
true. And real quick, I just want to add this to it. Since she said, like, sometimes you don't need money. And it's true, guys. Like, when we first started the actual catering, our most expensive was a grill. Other than that, guys, I'm going to be 100 with you guys. I was using Dollar Tree, utensils. Everything was from Dollar Tree, bro. My pinzas were from Dollar Tree. The scraper was from Dollar Tree. Where I would place the salsas, they were from Dollar Tree. So, like, I started from Dollar Tree, bro. Dollar Tree was my dishes were from Dollar Tree, bro. The only things that were not from Dollar Tree was the meat containers because they already came with the grill. And that's it. Other than that, everything was from Dollar Tree, man. So we didn't put excuses,
shows them.
And when we first started, like, our tables didn't even have tablecloths sometimes. And if they did, bro, they were from the 99-cent store, know.
Okay.
And we will use, like, the foam cups. And it was crazy. And we didn't even have a napkin holder. Like, the napkin pack, we'll leave it in the table just
Yeah.
like that. So it's like, we didn't put an excuse at that point. It was more or less, we didn't have the money.
You got to work with what you got.
Exactly. So like, don't think like, oh shit, I don't have. Like, honestly, we started with $1,000, which I said $1,000 because $800 was a grill and $200 that we spent on the rest of the.
That was an investment that you made
And-
to
and-
get to where you're at right
and
now.
you can even exactly, and you could even start with a cheaper grill. Like I said, they sell them in downtown. Too bad.
There's
Pay
even
$300,
the
dude.
ones that are like 150.
Yeah, there's
the
like even
planes.
$150 grill, bro. Like, they just don't have the meat containers. Too bad. Figure something out. There's ways to work with it if you really want to like push it. And not just in that. I'm sure, and I'm talking about in any industry. I'm sure there's always, like they say, you go from quality to quality, and it could be in anything. I'm sure, like in the gym.
There's quality bars or quality weights.
Exactly.
It's going to take abuse. We want the good stuff.
Yeah,
we don't
of
want to buy the
course.
cheap stuff. Hell no.
Yeah.
I mean, we started with like cheaper stuff in the beginning
Yeah.
and little offer up stuff and little
Right.
Craigslist stuff, which still was solid. And then as you grow, you sell that stuff and then you buy new things and then
Yeah.
you learn tax write off things and
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying? You
That's
start
how
learning.
it is. That's how it is. Because now, thank God, man, our girls. I'm not saying they're like the most expensive, but bro, the
They're high-end.
quality is
They're high-end.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
No, I'm saying just
quality.
tell them it's high end stuff. It also got high end
right?
stuff.
It's just up here. Guys.
It's on 24
our
karat
our
gold.
girls are the Louis Vuitton girls of the.
Damn, imagine little Louis Vuitton. That's
Sponsored
crazy.
Has all the
Louis
special
V.
features.
Talking about Louis Vuitton right before we finish this podcast. What do you have man fashion stuff too there? Did you or
No.
is it just all women? Okay.
There was a
Yeah.
point where we did, man, but
It was hard to keep
let
up,
go
like
of it.
to be investing in men.
Okay.
Kids,
I was gonna
and
say,
then
I was gonna
women.
check your store and be like, what you
Right.
got for men? But maybe I'll check some and buy some for my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look cute.
For sure. So how can people find you? Let them know what the IG, your platforms are at.
Boulevard Trends, BLVD, and then Trends with a Z at the end.
Oh, you got it. Let
And
them know, bro.
tacos el Gueraso, tacos_el_Gueraso.
Too many underscores.
And do you guys got so that's the Instagram. You guys got a YouTube or anything like that? I seen something like
yeah,
that.
we do have a YouTube too. We barely kind of started it.
We
It's
don't
called
have a name.
We don't have
If
a
you guys
name
can
yet.
help us with
We're
that.
still working on our name. It's called Tacos El Gueraso y Boulevard Trends. It's kind of like still paisa.
There you go.
I love
Boulevard
Paisa.
Trends.
Boulevard
But
Trends.
screw it. That sounds kind of
Yeah.
good. E Boulevard Trends. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's our YouTube channel. We're barely kind of starting that. We kind of like fall off on it in a sense because like it's kind of hard to like be at places and actually be recorded. I don't know how YouTubers do it, bro. Like
It's crazy, huh?
I reach now.
We're over here
You
trying
got to
to,
have a
right?
Danny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
you need a Danny, yeah.
We do have actually one of
Okay,
our
there you
guys. He's the one that does all our videos and stuff. But he's not always with us all the time. But still, it's kind of like it's hard, man. It's not easy, you know, to be recording. Like you're like doing something and you already did it. You're like, oh shit, I
Wait,
should have
let's
recorded
record.
it. And it's like, dude, it's not gonna come out the same.
Let me put the tortilla back. Let's do it again.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you guys want to follow us on YouTube, check us out, Tacos El Gueraso y Boulevard Trends. And I think we're gonna start posting a little bit more. Like we just posted a couples workout, and you know we wanna start posting a little bit more about ourselves. Now that you know I feel like I'm losing weight and stuff. Now I feel like I could be a model again. You know? Start modeling some clothes and stuff.
Hey.
Modeling my savage.
There you go for sure.
savage
Yeah,
sweater.
you know it.
You
You
No
know,
more
bro.
taquizas for you.
She said once I lose weight, that's no more taquis.
You're like, damn.
Okay.
You're gonna just be sending the equipos out to help you out.
I know.
And then you're gonna be working on the restaurant.
Yeah, and she wants me to. And she says that if I go to taquiza, I have to charge more, and she has to be in part of the package. You know.
Hey,
So I'm
there
like,
you go. That's true. That's true for sure. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, guys. Nah, but thank you guys, man.
Yeah,
Thank you guys,
anytime, man.
honestly, for letting us be part of this podcast. Like, it's a blessing, bro. And I mean, I like it because it's the first podcast, and it's with my girl, man, and it's both of us together.
Wish you
know?
guys nothing but the
Hey,
best.
nothing but
Thank
the best. You guys
Thank you
definitely,
guys.
like I said, we try to get like-minded individuals. Like I said, I'm a business owner as well. I've been doing this since I was 18. I know the grind, the work ethic it takes. You know, Oscar's around me, and he's developing. He's learned that, and then also like he's starting his own brand that he's been working on for a few years, but now it's coming to fruition. You know what I'm saying? His fitness clothing brand that he's working on, and you know, just to link with like-minded individuals. We're appreciative of you guys coming down and taking the time to, you know, speak to us and let the people know as well, you know, because, you know, there's levels to it. And I feel like you guys are at a really high level already. And for us, you know, even though I've been in business for so many years, we don't have the platform. I don't have the platform that you guys have, but it's awesome to see, you know, see how humble you guys are at this level with having the platform. And like I said, me and you, you know, just messaging back and forth, things like that. That's dope, man. And it shows that, you know, people are humble out there. You know, everybody's humble. Well, not everybody, but people are humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's people out there with big platforms that are humble. And again, guys, all it takes is you asking and getting to sit down with people. Like if we didn't ask El Gueraso, you know, we would have never.
Real quick,
yeah, we would have never. We would have never.
Adios.
We would have never been here sitting down. So we made it happen. You guys go and have this story out, and that's another episode of Los Chingones podcast. Oscar had to step out, but we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Cheers.